There comes a moment in every person's life when they realize that working harder isn't always the answer. You can spend years chasing opportunities, searching for the perfect plan, waiting for someone to notice your talent, and still feel like success is just out of reach. The reason isn't always a lack of effort. More often, it's the direction of your thinking. The greatest transformation begins long before your circumstances change. It starts when you decide that your future will no longer be controlled by yesterday's beliefs. That decision changes everything. Most people spend their lives reacting to the world around them. They wake up worrying about problems they haven't solved yet. They compare themselves with people who seem to be further ahead. They convince themselves that success belongs to someone else, someone smarter, luckier, or more connected. But here's a different way to think. What if success isn't avoiding you? What if it has been waiting for you to become ready? Every great achievement begins with an internal shift. Before the business grows, the leader grows. Before wealth increases, financial discipline develops. Before confidence becomes visible, courage is practiced in private. The outside world eventually reflects what has been quietly built on the inside. Think about a seed planted beneath the soil. For weeks, nothing appears to happen. Yet underneath the surface, roots are growing stronger every single day. The invisible work comes first. Only after that does the tree begin to rise. Your personal growth works exactly the same way. Many people become discouraged because they expect visible results immediately. They judge themselves after only a few attempts. They abandon dreams simply because progress isn't obvious. But lasting success has never been about speed. It has always been about consistency. Every positive habit you repeat is another root growing beneath the surface. Every disciplined decision strengthens your future. Every challenge you overcome quietly prepares you for opportunities that haven't arrived yet. The mistake most people make is believing they need perfect conditions before taking action. I'll start when I have more money. I'll begin when I feel confident. I'll try after everything becomes easier. But confidence rarely comes before action. Confidence is created by action. The first step feels uncertain. The second feels possible. The 100th feels natural. That is how every successful person develops confidence, not by waiting for fear to disappear, but by moving despite it. Fear is not evidence that you're incapable. Often fear is evidence that you're growing. Growth has always required stepping beyond what feels familiar. Comfort is attractive because it asks nothing from you. Growth asks everything. It asks you to wake up earlier, to learn when others are distracted, to continue when motivation disappears, to stay committed after excitement fades. Anyone can feel inspired for one day. Very few people remain disciplined for 1 year. And discipline is what separates temporary excitement from permanent transformation. Imagine two people starting the same journey. One depends entirely on motivation. The other builds routines. Months later, the motivated person has stopped several times, waiting for inspiration to return. The disciplined person keeps moving because their habits carry them forward even when emotions change. Success rewards consistency far more often than intensity. Small actions repeated daily become extraordinary results over time. Reading 10 pages each day seems insignificant. Saving a small amount every week feels slow. Improving one skill every month appears ordinary. But years later, those ordinary decisions create extraordinary lives. Never underestimate the power of small improvements. Tiny victories build powerful identities. Every promise you keep to yourself strengthens self-respect. Every excuse you refuse weakens procrastination. Every difficult decision you make today becomes tomorrow's confidence. Eventually, you stop asking whether you are capable. You already know. One of the greatest obstacles people face is comparison. Social media makes it easy to believe everyone else is winning. You see achievements. You see celebrations. You see finished products. But you rarely see the years of failure that came before them. Comparison steals energy that could have been invested in your own progress. Instead of asking, why are they ahead? Ask, what can I improve today? The only competition that truly matters is becoming stronger than yesterday's version of yourself. Progress is personal. Your timeline belongs to you. Someone else's success never reduces your potential. There is enough opportunity for people willing to prepare themselves. Preparation is often invisible. Athletes prepare before championships. Musicians practice before concerts. Pilots train before flights. Doctors study before treating patients. Every profession respects preparation. Life is no different. The opportunities you pray for may require skills you haven't developed yet. Instead of asking why opportunities haven't arrived, ask whether you've become the person who can handle them. Success carries responsibility. Greater income requires better financial decisions. Greater influence requires stronger character. Greater opportunities require greater discipline. Preparation turns opportunity into achievement. Without preparation, even good fortune can disappear quickly. Your mindset also determines what you notice. Have you ever decided to buy a particular car and suddenly noticed it everywhere? The cars were always there. Your attention simply changed. The same thing happens with opportunity. When your mind focuses on obstacles, you'll discover endless reasons to stop. When your mind focuses on solutions, possibilities begin appearing everywhere. The world hasn't changed. Your perspective has. That perspective influences every decision you make. Optimistic people are not blind to problems. They simply refuse to believe problems are permanent. They ask different questions. Instead of saying, "Why is this happening to me?" they ask, "What is this teaching me?" Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" they ask, "What if this becomes the beginning of something incredible?" Better questions produce better answers. Better answers produce better actions. Better actions create better lives. Remember this: your future is shaped more by your daily habits than your occasional inspiration. Morning routines matter. The books you read matter. The conversations you participate in matter. The people you spend time with matter. Everything you repeatedly expose yourself to slowly shapes your beliefs. Protect your attention. Feed your mind with ideas that strengthen you rather than weaken you. Spend time with people who encourage responsibility instead of excuses. Choose growth over gossip, learning over complaining, action over endless planning. Every day gives you another opportunity to decide who you're becoming. You don't need to transform your entire life overnight. You only need to make one better decision than yesterday. Then repeat it. Transformation is never a single event. It is the result of thousands of ordinary decisions made with extraordinary consistency. The person you become 1 year from now depends largely on the choices you make today. Not someday, not next month, today. Because every meaningful future is built one decision at a time. And when you commit yourself to becoming wiser, stronger, more disciplined, and more resilient, success eventually recognizes the person you've become. Not because life suddenly became easier, but because you became capable of handling greater challenges with greater confidence. That is where every remarkable journey truly begins, not with luck, not with perfect timing, but with a decision to become the best version of yourself, one day, one habit, and one choice at a time.